Dzień dobry, ja nazywam się Cangur, a my gramy w dziedzictwo Hogwartu. Zakończyliśmy przed zajęciami i od tego chyba sobie dzisiaj zaczniemy. Aczkolwiek zanim zaczniemy zajęcia, myślę, że dobrym pomysłem będzie się tutaj
I've been sending owls to my mother, pleading with her to send my favorite nightshirt.
tutaj się rozejrzeć.
Revelio.
No i tak jak sądziłem, coś tu jest. Ale humora jest potrzebna. Fajnie. No to znaczy, że tu nic w takim wypadku nie ma. Lecimy z misją.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone?
Coś ktoś?
I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
No i Akio.
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
After me. Ach, te ekrany wczytywania genialne są.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
Jakieś takie duże te.
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the
Kwarkulki.
spheres and relinquish your charm. Very good. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, splendid!
Dobra.
That's it!
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Very good. Points to Slytherin. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up.
Rozwalę ją na easy.
You'll be the blues just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Here we go. Phew.
Dobra, nie chcę być niegrzeczny.
Accio.
Ale jestem głupi.
Excellent control.
Let us see this. There we go.
Idealnie. No, no, no.
Well done. Be sharp. Yes!
Accio.
A perfect
To, żem
score.
się postarał.
Remarkable. Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Watch this.
Farciara.
That is how
Dobra.
it's done.
Accio.
No nie!
Here we go.
Chyba se jaja robisz ze mnie teraz.
There we go.
Accio.
Happens to the best of us.
Let us see this. Phew.
Ej, dobra.
Ah, you almost had it.
Very good, both of
Zwaliłem
you.
to po
Well
mistrzowsku.
done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Za bardzo chciałem i...
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Wagadu a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
Spells cast without a wand must be less powerful than those cast with a wand.
No, not at all. Wizarding magic cast without a wand is just as powerful. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
No, niech czeka.
A word, if you would.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Nieodebrane nagrody. No, trzeci level. Z miłą chęcią sobie wyposażymy rękawice. Matko. A mam jakiś lepszy wygląd. No dobra, te wyglądają całkiem. O, czapkę mam. No proszę, szykowny cylinder. Ale chwilowo będziemy chodzić bez, póki nie znajdę jakiegoś naprawdę szykownego cylindra. Ach, ja bym chciał już własną różdżkę. Dobrze. Kolekcje. Wyczarowania. Okej. Dobra, no to na razie nie mamy nic szczególnego do przeglądania. Ale możemy pogadać.
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that, cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
No, beka.
Professor Ronan reminds me of my grandfather. Loads of wisdom, but a bit mad.
Co to za jakiś chory Harry? Dobra.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Hello, you wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
No raczej nie po 5 latach bycia zerem.
Revelio.
Wow. Gdzie ta strona?
I think rules against beasts in the dormitories should be enforced.
Accio.
No i już mamy stronę kolejną. Bosko. Dobra, lecimy dalej. Na bombę. Szynka. Leśny kapelusz czarodzieja. Świetnie wygląda.
Lumos.
Otworzę cię, nie bój się. Tutaj, okej.
Revelio.
To był przypadek.
Revelio.
Ponaparzajmy tym Revelio, ile się da. Podnieś. Profesorze Fig, jak gdyby mój grafik nie był jeszcze dość napięty, ministerstwo obarczyło mnie niewiarygodnym zadaniem zaaranżowania przyjęcia do Hogwartu nowego ucznia i to na 5. rok. Aż trudno uwierzyć. Profesor Weasley nalega, że uczeń potrzebować będzie opiekuna i mentora, żeby pomóc w aklimatyzacji. Zanim rozpocznie się rok, to zadanie powierzam panu. Szczegółów dowie się pan od profesor Weasley, profesor Phineas Nigellus Black, dyrektor. Dupa, nie dyrektor.
Revelio.
Ups. Panie profesorze, co pan tu robi? O, goldzik wpada. Dobra, nic tu więcej nie zdziałamy. Trzeba lecieć na zaklęcia, na zajęcia z
Revelio.
czarną magią. No i mamy stronę.
Oh, hello.
Revelio.
How can one not practice?
No dobra, rozpocznijmy te zajęcia.
you've got.
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Easy.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
I ten jeden pajac w cutscence.
Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast.
Dobrze.
Remember.
Levioso.
Good. Now, well done.
Levioso.
Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Ojej, ale ci sklepie zadek.
Protego! You're good. How perceptive. Thank you. Rather good at this, aren't you? I know. Levioso! That had to hurt.
Nothing lucky about it.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Slytherin.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
Bożko.
All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
Revelio.
Grafika.
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
Jesteś pipą. O,
Revelio.
Aha. Dobra, Sebuś, co tam?
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? Felt more like I was dueling an expert. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
Well...
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned.
Co
Count me in.
podsłuchujesz?
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
Do następnego razu. Pojedz. Chwila, ale tu jest jakaś skrzynia.
Revelio.
Dobra, ona jest pięterko wyżej. Dobra, mamy już 4. poziom. Przydałoby się zejść pięterko w dół. Oj tak.
Revelio.
Coś mi tu nie pasuje. Dobra, przejdźmy do mapki. Misje poboczne, tak. Dobra, idziemy do pani Weasley. Chyba.
Revelio.
A może jednak nie?
Lumos.
Gdzie to jest? Co tu śmierdzi? O, witaj, ciemko. Szczerze powiedziawszy, tu mnie jeszcze nigdy chyba nie było. A te śmierdzące te geski to mi wygląda na irytka. Bosko.
Revelio.
Eliksir wigienowy. Nie najgorzej. Czy to jest śmietnik? To jest śmietnik.
Rumor has it there's a secret passage leading to Hogsmeade, but I haven't found it. Probably for the best. I'd be at the Three Broomsticks all day.
Have you been to the Owlery lately?
Dobrze, idziemy do pani Weasley. Ronald Weasley. It's Leviosa.
Revelio.
Portret Iliusa. Misiego Patronusa. Ciekawe. Bardzo ciekawe.
Revelio.
Ciągle dostaję powiadomienia z Revelio, że coś tu jest w pobliżu. Ale...
Levioso. Revelio.
Dobrze. Fontanna z wiwerną.
What are you up to now?
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now,
Ale ja chcę
regarding the
poróżkę.
trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
Dobrze.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the area. He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
No tak, bo piwko najważniejsze, nie?
Revelio.
Dobrze, zaraz sobie z nim porozmawiam. Wait. Kielich, szczurzy ogon, szczur. Nawiązanie do Harry'ego Pottera. Nieźle.
Revelio.
No i mamy golda. Goldzik się musi zgadzać.
At least you didn't do what that first year did.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor.
Okej, złap latającą stronę obok zniszczonego posągu. Dobrze.
This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is.
Accio.
Got it. A flying page must be around here somewhere.
Some kind soul help me.
Brilliant.
If only a new student were to help me with my
Are
stuff.
you all right?
Don't you know who I am? Zenobia Noak, the girl whom everyone at school hates for no reason.
Everyone hates you. Why?
Because Hogwarts is full of bullies and spoilsports. Leander Pruitt's one of the worst, that no-talent moon mind. I wanted to make some new friends, and so I brought my collection down to the common room. My gobstone collection, that is. I was hoping someone would want to play. Are you familiar with gobstones? Little balls, like marbles. Grand game. And if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid.
Gobstones? Sounds like a fun challenge.
That's what I tried to tell everyone. People can be so cruel. Just because they're sprayed all over with smelly gobstone spit, it's their own fault for losing. Imelda is one of the worst losers. Everett and Astoria are terrible as well. And now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and hidden them in very high places all over the school.
Rather an overreaction on their part.
I'll say. Anyway, I can't work out how to get them back on my own. I don't think I know the necessary spells yet. I need someone, perhaps a selfless and talented fifth year to help me.
Ale jesteś Zuzką.
Haven't you any friends at school?
Not really. Natty said hello once, but not a word since.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate the help. If you do find all of my gobstones, do come and see me again. I'll be back to playing Snake Pit and Jackstone by myself in no time.
Może byś się czegoś pouczyła. Zamiast grać. No nic.
Revelio.
Tu gdzieś jest gargulek pierwszy chyba.
Don't get too cocky simply because.
Cześć, Rydku. Dobra, na razie nie mamy czasu na gargulki.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
O, tam jest.
Accio.
Well, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about. I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic.
W ogóle bez napinki.
That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken
Reparo.
statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
No, kurczę, chciałbym. Pozwoli ta mi?
Reparo.
Dobra, gargulkami zajmiemy się przy okazji. A tymczasem witaj w Hogsmeade. I strona. No, teraz się da.
It's a relief to finally...
Tu jest zadanie.
I really have made a mess of things.
Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Thank you for asking. I'm Cressida, by the way, and I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the librarian. You see, I'm fond of creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
That sounds a rather complicated way to simply avoid carrying your books.
Possibly. But where's the fun in simplicity? New charms and spells have to come from someone. Why not me? I collect the books and remove the
Why
charm
not?
myself. Except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Our meet told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around. So she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
Why did Army tell Madame Scribner that they were your books?
Oh, to be perfectly honest, I don't think he meant any harm. I think he was impressed, bragging on my behalf. Amit spends a lot of time gazing at the stars, but he knows a good charm when he sees one.
Jak znajdę czas?
I suppose I could help, if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands. If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
No dobra.
It's a relief to finally have an answer as to why.
Nie. Najpierw misja. Hogsmeade. A potem możemy się bawić. 44 minuty. To oznacza tylko jedno. Na tym etapie skończymy dzisiejszy odcinek. Dużo dziś zrobiliśmy, to prawda, ale jeszcze więcej przed nami czeka. Do następnego. Pamiętajcie, lajkujcie, subskrybujcie i komentujcie. Cześć!